Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from John. And John would like my take on the use of psychedelics for psychic development. And he mentions things such as the famous magic mushrooms and ayahuasca. And he's particularly interested in my take on ayahuasca, which of course is used in certain shamanic circles. But in general, my take on the use of psychedelics for spiritual development. And my answer to this is that there are certain schools of metaphysics, particularly certain branches of shamanism, which have used psychedelics for millennia. And they are highly skilled in their use, and they have apparently very good results from them. And I see nothing wrong with that. For that matter, I see nothing wrong with it in any case, as long as one is being safe and sensible. Having said that, do I see it as desirable? Well, that's another question. And my personal belief is that there is nothing that psychedelics can do for you that you cannot learn to do for yourself, and that it is preferable to learn to do it for yourself. And of course, I'm not commenting on the recreational use of drugs. That would be a whole different question. I'm talking about specifically the use of these kinds of substances for metaphysical development. And basically, I think that it's a better course to develop those abilities without the use of external stimuli, to develop them through meditation and through psychic exercises. And one of the reasons is this. It is generally my experience that with people, situations, and substances, very often their greatest virtue is also their greatest vice. And in the case of the psychedelics, I would say this is definitely the case. One of the greatest virtues of using an external substance to stimulate a spiritual experience is that it will open the door for you, in a manner of speaking. And you do not necessarily have to do anything but passively partake of it, and perhaps there may be steps that go along with it depending what branch of shamanism or metaphysics you are following. But the actual process will be carried forward by the external substance. And this is also the greatest detraction involved in it. Because when you've learned how to alter your spiritual state yourself, when you've learned to do this work without external substances, you can also stop it whenever you want. When you've used an external substance, you must follow the experience through until the substance has left your body. As long as it is carrying you forward, you cannot leave the experience. And if you happen to not be ready for the experience, or if there are things going on around you that are not conducive to the experience, this can be a problem. Whereas if you've learned to do these things through internal mechanisms, through psychic development, through meditation, etc., you can stop it pretty much at will. And I think that that is a great virtue. And generally speaking, in my opinion, when it comes to altered states of consciousness, being able to induce them yourself is highly preferable. It gives you more control, it gives you more safety, and it, in my opinion, is all the way around a better deal. Now, that is not saying I don't approve of it. I feel that other traditions have their own practices, and that's their business, and shamanism is certainly something I respect. And if you're working with a shamanic path, then by all means do what they do. But if we're talking about in general, and in the absence of a highly experienced traditional shaman, I don't know that I would really encourage it. Can these external substances produce some really remarkable experiences and effects? Well, yes, they can. And in some cases, they may even be highly desirable. But as a general practice, again, I think it's better to alter your spiritual state internally. So those would be my thoughts on the matter. I hope you find them helpful. And tomorrow, I will be heading to Texas for the Lustration of the Ancestors in San Antonio. So there will not be a vlog tomorrow, which means that this is the end of our vlog week. And once again, I want to invite you to vote for your favorite question. And this week we had the following questions to remind you. We had Zysahn's question following up on the subject of discriminatory laws. We had the question from Andreas Braess about the end of incarnation. We had the question from Khazamondo about using metaphysics to enhance one's lovemaking. And we had the question from John about psychedelics. And I will invite you to please vote for your favorite question. And you can do that on the Facebook pages where the vlog appears. You can do it in the comments section at Magic TV, or you can send it straight to me at donlewishp@aol.com. And I want to thank you for taking part in the voting, and as usual, I will announce the winner on Monday. And until next time, may you blessed be. Pray for peace. Pray for love. Pray for stability. Pray for the nation where you live. Pray for the world. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from witchschool.com. Are you looking for the best in pagan and magical education? With more than 12,000 pages, witchschool.com is like having your own personal library with individual learning assistants to help you study. And Witchschool's Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere education system is available any place on Earth, anywhere you are and anytime you want it, as long as you have an internet connection. Witchschool's lifetime memberships are a great value. They really do last a lifetime. They've been there for years and they'll be there for years to come. So get your membership today at witchschool.com.